Hi, my name's Kristen Baird. I'm the violin teaching artist of the Florida Orchestra. This video goes over how to play an A-flat major 1 octave scale and arpeggio starting on the low first finger on the G string. And like the other videos, there's a handout you can also download. It'll follow along with the videos. You have what we're doing written out in front of you. Our objectives today: I can play a 1 octave A-flat major scale and arpeggio starting on the low first finger on the G string. I can play D-flat and A-flat in tune using a low 4th finger. So that's the finger pattern we're going to focus on, is that low 4 today. I can sing an A-flat major scale using the musical alphabet and the A-flat major key signature. And our pro tip today, as a good reminder, let's make sure we are holding our instruments parallel to the ground and that we have a nice straight wrist. Let's get started. Because we're playing an A-flat major scale, I'm going to turn on an A-flat drone as well as a metronome at 60 beats per minute. And our pro tip today, let's make sure we're holding our instrument parallel to the ground and check for our straight wrist. So what that means is we're looking for our instrument to be up here, not down here, and for our wrist to be nice and straight. So it doesn't have to be all the way out there, but not down here. Instrument parallel to the ground and nice straight wrist. And this gives us the best shot at playing in tune notes with a good tone. So let's play our A-flat major scale and arpeggio. 1, 2, ready, go. So our TLC notes for today, notes usually need a little extra tender love and care in the scale, are D-flat and A-flat, because those are the low 4s we're going to be talking about. And in the music, I wrote a reminder with an arrow down and the number 4. A low 4 is when our 4th finger is next to our regular 3rd finger. It's called low 4 because the closer your finger is to the scroll, the lower the pitch. So let me come up to the camera and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to play an open G and then A-flat to get ready for my scale. All right, now I'll go note by note. A-flat, B-flat, C, D-flat, here's our first high 4, E-flat, F, G, and our other low 4. All right, so I will go to let me go back to the first 4 notes of the scale. This is C and D flat. Notice they're right snug next to each other. Now, if I play D natural up here, this is what that sounds like. But we don't want D natural, we want D flat, because we're playing A flat major scale and we need D flat in that scale. Now, if I don't quite get my 4th finger back snug enough, I end in no man's land. This is what that sounds like. Where it's not quite low enough to be D flat and it's not quite high enough to be D natural. Then no man's land. We don't want that. You want a nice low D flat right here. So this is what we do want. And same thing if I keep going over to the D string. My G and my A flat are right next to each other. This would be A natural, but we want A flat. Nice and snug. Another way to think about it is in whole steps and half steps. We talked about in some of the other videos. So if I A flat, whole step to B flat. Notice how that's a whole step. B flat to C, that's another whole step. Now C to D flat's a half step. If I keep going, we have E flat, whole step to F, whole step to G, and then a half step to A flat. So that's a lot of information. I'll play the scale one more time. Now let's play our A flat major scale and arpeggio together, and make sure that you are keeping your third and fourth finger nice and snug next to each other, but don't move your third finger. Don't let your fourth finger push your third finger out of the way. You just want to make sure they're nice and snug next to each other. And also keep your pro tip in mind. We're going to keep our instrument parallel to the ground with a nice wrist. So check and make sure we're not doing that. All right, let's try it together. 1, 2, ready, go. Before we sing our A flat major scale, let's build our scale using note names. Of course, our first note name would be A, well technically A flat, but we'll get there. A, after A would come B, C, D, E, F, G. After G in our musical alphabet comes A, and that brings us to the next A. So this to here is 1 octave, but we have to check our key signature because we have a bunch of flats to keep track of in this scale. If you check it out right here, here's your key signature. So we have 4 flats. And if you look at the flats, the first flat's on the B line, the next flat's on the E space. The third flat is where A lives on A's space, and the last flat is on the fourth line from the bottom, which is where D lives. So all of our flats together is, we have B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Whew, it's a lot to keep track of, but let's now say our note names with all of our flats incorporated. So these are the note names for A flat major scale. We would have A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat. That really is a mouthful. All right, let's try singing our A flat major scale and arpeggio. I know singing the scale names is not always the most fun, but I promise you it will help in the long run, especially with keeping track of all these flats, and also to help train our ear. The more that we can sing in tune, the more that our ear is trained what's in tune when we're playing. We can understand what's correct and incorrect. All right, so let's sing A flat. A flat. I can't go that low. I'll start here. A flat, ready, go. A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat, and back down. G, F, E flat, D flat, C, B flat, A flat, and then our arpeggio, A flat, skip B flat, C, skip D flat, E flat, A flat, E flat, C, A flat. Now let's play our scale one last and final time, and keep an eye out and an ear out for our low fours. Make sure our 3 and our 4s are next to each other. And like I just said, use your eyes, your ears, and your sense of touch to make sure that we're really playing in tune with a nice tone. 1,